YouTube, and welcome to another episode of Shenzo Plays. I'm very excited to be back. Hopefully you guys won't notice any break in videos, but just so you guys know, we basically had internet issues. We being me had internet issues for like about a week now. So this is the first video we're recording in like 7 days, which is very unusual for me. I usually try to record 2 or 3 videos a week at minimum, but yeah, we are need to do some catching up here. So we're coming back to Blueprints. I'm very excited. We made really good progress last time. Hopefully that part 2 will not be super challenging in the way of like, edits and stuff like that. There have been some copyright issues. So hopefully when you guys are watching this video, there won't be anything too significant taken out of the last 2 videos, but we'll see what the YouTube gods have in store with us. But enough of my rambling. YouTube, you guys know the drill by now. If you like my content and if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and commenting on it. The YouTube algorithm, is all over the place, and I have no idea how it works, even after trying to figure it out. So maybe someone smarter than me can tell me how it works. It'd be greatly appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, of course. Don't forget to hit that alarm bell if you want to get notified when new videos drop. Don't forget to follow me on all my socials, which you can find in the description down below. And, of course, follow me on twitch.tv/ShenzTheLost, where you could have watched this live. But, YouTube, thank you very, very much for watching. I greatly appreciate you, and we will see you on the other side. And welcome back, everybody. We are here, going to continue day 9. I've got my handy-dandy notebook. YouTube, you haven't missed anything. We just kind of reviewed everything that happened in the last video. So, you want a recap. Well, long story short, I made a lot of progress, and we found our way into the antechamber, but there's still a couple secrets that we haven't unlocked yet. And we're going to be working on those today. The biggest one, though, is we are trying to find the 4th and final torch for the balcony and seeing what that unlocks. But with that being said, hopefully we're going to make some really, really good progress once we log in. So I'm very excited to be here. Hello, TechWiz. How are you? It's good to see you. Also, YouTube, I do apologize. I did mute the audio for this game because there have been instances of copyright. So I'm just trying to make sure that we are good to go. But this is our first day back in a while. It's been a while since I've gotten to play this, so there might be a little bit of catching up to do. And it looks like we got a bunch of people from Twitch trickling in right now. So hello, Silly. Hi, Ace. Good to see you guys. Welcome on in. You were just in time. We are just getting started. We are again going to start by going to the garden. Getting that room out there. We do have an additional 20 footsteps per day because we have access to the orchard now. And we permanently unlocked that gate a while back. I can't help but wonder if this tree is also a hint for something. Day 9, Sexton says, I'm through day 6 and haven't even broached rank 8. Yeah. We've gotten pretty lucky. I'm going to be honest. We've gotten pretty lucky. It's been a... It's been a pretty good... We've had a pretty good run. We've had a pretty good run, for sure. We haven't done the root cellar yet. We've done the trading post. We've done the hovel, both of which are pretty good. But we haven't done the root cellar yet. I want to see if we have something here. So let's give it a try. And brand new room. See what's in here. It's like a lot of potatoes. A family tree list. Oh, this could be informative. So it looks like it's the Sinclairs and the Epson. So I'm gonna make a note of this here. I don't know if this will be useful or not, but remember how I didn't know who was who? Now we might have a good example. Tech was no problem so far, but yeah. I feel pretty good. Pretty good about it so far. TechWiz is just asking about my internet. We have 2 gig speed now, which I'm getting for free, and they cut my bill by $20, and they replaced pretty much everything except for my coax cables. So if there's any problems in the future, it's probably going to be the coax cables. But they literally went down to the hub, they cleaned that out, tested everything there, came back, we replaced the ONT, he rewired everything, so we have brand new wires in there as well. Got a new Mocha adapter and a new up-to-date router as well. So we really, really, really have a ton of options here, which is kind of nice. Okay. So, not a great tree, I'm going to be honest, but it will make sense to me, which is what matters. So, I've never been good at, like, drawing out family trees like that. The trees hear all. This is true. Okay, so there we go. That's our first note here. I just want to take a very careful look around. Make sure I don't miss anything else. Now, we don't have the shovel, so there are dig sites here, which makes sense. Do you want a little more info on the family tree? Like, it's Sexton isn't stuff that we've already covered, because if it's not something we've already covered, then I'm okay with leaving this here, unless of course it's you know, like their relationships, if I'm not understanding. Then yeah, go ahead. If we've already covered it, a refresher will not hurt whatsoever. But I imagine it could be tied into that puzzle we had where, you know, I didn't know who the Baron was and everything else like that. So, and what they look like. But it doesn't look like there's anything else in here of note unless we find the shovel. Yeah, all good, silly. Yeah, I'm very big, as you guys probably have seen. I'm very big on liking to figure things out on my own. That's where most of this game is fun for me. Now, if I miss something and I continue to miss something, I don't mind if you give me hints on, like, hey, you should look at this place more carefully, type thing. But yeah, I'm very big on, like, hey, don't tell me anything unless I ask for it. Okay. Herbert's last will, he referred to us as his great-nephew, his niece, he identified as Mary Matthew. Yeah, Mary Matthew is Mary Epson, I'm imagining, right? So, because I think that was like her alias or something like that. I have a note about this. I did take notes on this from last time. Let me see. Yeah, Mary Matthew Jones, a.k.a. Marion Marigold. Yeah, so Mary Matthew is our mother, I'm assuming. Yeah, silly. So my thing is, if I haven't gotten to it, don't try subtle approach, because then you're just gonna make me wonder about things. Like, there's a difference, because I didn't even know that was a puzzle, and we found out later that it was a puzzle, and then I got to solve it. You know what I mean? Like, that's the difference for me. Is it was going to be revealed later. Yeah, Herbert S. Sinclair. Okay. And we did find that book in the library to help us out too, so that's always nice. All right, so we've got the den. We get the storeroom immediately or the corridor. I think we want to save the corridor for now, and we want to get the den. I think that's the way to go. All right. Let's continue on. Just checking again. Ooh, we could get the observatory immediately. That's useful. Have you been noting the chess pieces at all? Not particularly, no. Um, Silly, that's something Silly kind of focused on in our last couple playthroughs. And there might be a hint for it, but so far I haven't seen any evidence that it's not a red herring. Though with that being said, I do know that I do know that it's possible they do relate to something, and maybe we just haven't assembled it yet. Southern Cross, rooms with 4 doors are more common today. Yeah, so Silly, I do remember that you mentioned that, um and I remember saying, I don't know how to solve this, let's come back later. So that's all I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah, and I want to be clear, like, we're okay, but it's just like I'm not upset about it in the slightest. But it's just one of those things where, yeah, I just have my way of I have my way of doing things. I think we'll get the bedroom. Usually something good in here. Although one of the things I have noticed is the last few times we've opened the bedroom. Yeah, don't Silly, don't feel bad. Like, legitimately, don't feel bad, because here's the thing, and this is something I've had to explain to a couple people. So like, don't take this personally at all. But when you feel bad and we keep harping on it, it's hard for me to keep moving. Especially if I've said it's not a big deal. Like, you need to take me at my word. Because otherwise then we go back and I have to take a pause from the action and the gameplay to tell you again it's okay. And I mean that. I really do. If there's one thing you guys should know about me, it's that if I have an issue of any kind, I'll say something. I'm not afraid to do it, and I will try not to be rude about it. But yeah, don't sweat it. It's okay. Mistakes happen. Yeah, like I said, it is a-okay. Yeah, it is a-okay. I don't want you guys to feel bad that I don't want you guys to feel bad when mistakes happen. Don't beat yourselves up more than necessary. That's all I'm saying. I don't want you guys to beat yourselves up more than necessary. Okay, so we got the Great Hall open immediately. If I remember from our previous notes that we took from that book we got in the library, the Great Hall will combine with the foyer. So if we find the foyer, all of these doors will get unlocked. So since we found this super early, this is kind of good because, well, one, we don't have any keys, right? So we can't open that door anyway, so we have to go back. But we now have additional rooms and stuff that we can take a look at. So like, this door is locked, so we can't get it. God, no sound. So one of the things I just want to show you guys, one of the issues I have is there's nothing for just the music that plays. So if a door just doesn't open, we just have to assume it's locked. which kind of stinks, but until they get the sound issue fixed, there's nothing we can do about it. Let's go with the Nook, I guess. Let's grab a key so we have one. Oof. I don't really like any of these choices. It says we don't want to take the passageway early. And I don't feel like taking the archives is a good idea either. So I guess we'll go with the closet since we can't re-roll. Maybe we'll find the shovel. Oh, well, we got dice to re-roll. We have one of those, and then we got another key. No shovel, which is unfortunate. But we still have a way forward. Not know anything about this game. Why exactly are we in this place? Do we inherit it? Are we just visiting, or do we get locked in here? All the above, sort of. The simplest way to explain it, Ace, is that we have a very we have a very eccentric relative who named us as their heir, and this is part of the challenge to inherit the place. Cheese and crackers. This is awful. Man, just some unlucky rolls here. I guess we'll use the archives. I don't like it, but I guess we will use the archives. But alright, so yeah, we did take a look at all of this. I wrote notes about it. So nothing else has been there. Just want to double check and make sure we don't miss anything. Yep, family sending us into madness. That's a great way to summarize it. Alright. Let's move on. I hated having to use the ivory die immediately, but... Alright, we've got the weight room, the pantry, or an archived floor plan that we can't see. I really don't want to use the weight room, but we've never drawn it. And it will take us to the foundation. So I think this is probably the way to go right now. And we lost half of our steps in here. And there isn't anything in here. Hi, Rabbit. Welcome on in. It's good to see you. But notably, it does have power. So that is a good thing. Darkroom, furnace. Boy. We drew some pretty awful shit here. I guess we gotta go with the darkroom. But we won't go there just yet. Alright, we've got a hallway, a guest bedroom, or an archive floor plan. Let's try our luck. Ouch. Luck has not been kind to us this run. It's semi-randomly generated, Rabbit. Is the best way to describe it. It's, it draws from a pool. Oh, we got the corridor. That sucks. It draws from a pool of available rooms. And you get an increased likelihood depending on where you are and, you know, what you're doing. Got an apple. That'll give us a couple additional steps. This door's locked. I don't want to try that yet because we still have the foundation in the dark room. So I want to hang on to our keys for now. Man, it's a good thing you only lose it once, not every time. Okay. I want to take a very careful look around here because I feel like this is going to be very important for later. Like I feel like going down here is going to be very important at some point. So figuring out how we lower this is going to be very important, I believe. But I don't see anything. Do you guys think I'm missing anything here? Silly, Ace, Rabbit, TechWiz, or Stexon? I know we have we don't have a shovel, so I can't dig all these things up yet, but I don't see any way to lower this from there anyway. Might need a tool or a switch or something. Feels like activate from the bottom kind of puzzle, then you'll be able to freely go up and down. I think you're right, Stexon. I think you're right. Alright, let's get the gymnasium. I hate to lose more steps, but we get the cloister here. But we don't have enough gems. Let's try this one. We'll spend a gem. Oh, hey! This could be handy. We haven't had this room in a long time. Saxon, do you need me to look around in the gym or in the rumpus room? Because I did a pretty thorough exploration of it when we got this last time. And I didn't find anything. The gym, okay. Before we go back into the gym, just because we'll lose, you know, footsteps every time we go in there, let's just continue forward as far as we can go. And, we'll see what, we'll see what our guy tells us. And as it was foretold, I'm awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara, and I suspect you wish me to look into your future. Yes, please. The image is becoming clear. I see the darkened cloud of ruin, familiar to us both, now decrepit, run down, and in disrepair. I see 8 red envelopes. Okay, so there's 8 of them upon 8 red pedestals. We found one of those red letters. And in these 8 envelopes, I see 8 letters penned by 8 different hands. 8 letters of which you will only ever find and read 7. Just like the art hanging on walls of these rooms, there is a letter missing. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara. Okay. Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
Hail Hydra.
Hey, T1. Good morning to you as well. I have seen the breaker box. Yeah, we actually solved the breaker box puzzle, Stexon. That's how we got into the mines. In the gym? No, I don't think so. We did the actual breaker box. Okay, I do want to get the garage. I think the garage is worthwhile. It'll give us a bunch of keys. And possibly tools. We can't open the garage door yet, but... Glad to see the interwebs is fixed. There's no disconnect doom cloud hanging around. Oh, me too, Tech. Me too. Yeah, so we don't have the car keys, so we can't open the car door to get what's in there. And we don't have power to the garage yet, so we can't open the garage door. Yeah, so one of the things I know you can do is you can turn off the lights to certain rooms, and you won't get penalized for it. So, like, one is, like, the dark room, and then the other is the gymnasium. You can turn the power off in the utility breaker, and then you don't get penalized. That was something we found out already, if that's what you're hinting at, Stexon. But yeah, I don't see anything else in here of note. Hey, Living Lion, welcome on in. It's good to see you. Just be chilling and editing videos, solve the mystery for me because you have no idea what's going on. Fair enough. Okay, so that's another locked door. Let's go back to the dark room, and we'll try to continue out there. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll get the utility box. But yeah, unfortunately, we did lose quite a lot of footsteps today because we pulled the weight room. Not having to rush project with a piece of equipment that is not all updated and all the versions on tablets are all mismatched. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Livid Lion. That sucks. I've definitely been in a position like that before. It's not fun. You know, since we have so many keys and we don't really have a lot of footsteps, and I should have gone to the dark room up there. I just totally goofed here for some reason. We'll have to get the Great Hall and try to open up some of those doors. All right. 50-50 here. West Wing Hall. The storeroom could be useful. I think the shovel spawns in here on occasion. Doesn't look like we got that lucky this time. All right. I think we have just enough to make it back to the Great Hall. And then I think this will end our run here. Unless we get something that has... that has more. But yeah, we had all these dirt paths and never found the shovel, unfortunately. Just a little unlucky. Seven keys for 7 doors in the Great Hall. Three gems. There's the way through there, back to the den. Nothing in here. Gonna tell you we're managing this piece of equipment along with all the other ones since no one seems to care about keeping after these things. I'm sorry, Livid Lion. And we found the... one of the doors. One of the levers, so that's good. Unfortunately, we won't be making it to the antechamber today. And what's in this final door? Nothing. Okay, so... little unfortunate. But that's the way these things go sometimes. All right, I'm just going to do a very quick look around. And then we'll end our day. Didn't really make a ton of progress, but that's all right. We did at least get the hint for the future about how important the red letters are. Yeah, that weight room was brutal. But we did get 2 new rooms, which is good. All right. So let us continue. And again, I do apologize for the lack of audio, but with the copyright issues, I just don't want us to miss anything super important. Yeah, I had the same thing, so I actually put kind of an abbreviated little note for that, Stexon, because I had the same thing. I was like, what does he mean one piece of art is missing? I know that this game can be very, very subtle with its hints, but boy, that one threw me for a loop as well, Stexon. I'm with you. All right, once again, we're going to go get the outer room. I remember to grab my allowance this time. So this will force us to take a couple extra steps to get the outer room, but I do feel, for the most part, it's been worth it. All right, so we have the shrine, the tool shed, or the trading post. I think we got to go the tool shed here, right? I think we have to. So we got the metal detector. So that'll be great to have early. And what's the second item here? The wrench. Each time you draft a mechanical floor plan, you may permanently adjust its rarity. Oh, that's actually really, really good. Okay. And it looks like we're missing one permanent edition here. But all right, I definitely think that was worth it. Let's head back into the mansion and we'll get started. Let's hope we don't draw the weight room again. Yes, we did pull the pump room, and I think I rearranged all the water out of the reservoir. But I did hear there's a lot more to the pump room than just what we've used it for. All right, we can get a guest bedroom, the pantry. I don't want to get the corridor this early. So I think we should probably go with the guest bedroom. Get that additional plus 10. I hate having a dead end immediately, but... we'll take a gem. That's pretty good to get immediately. All right. We're going to stick to level 1 for now and just try to get as many as we can. Security or drawing room or the closet. Oh my god, these are all really good choices. I think drawing room is probably good to go early. As much as I like the closet to get the 2 items. Getting a new potential room, I think, is going to be huge. Oh, I really don't know what to do, because getting items early is, like, super big. This is tough. I don't know what the right choice is. I feel the drawing room or the closet is the best way to go. I love security. It's really good to have, but I don't think we need it right now compared to the other two. I have to go the drawing room here. As much as I want the items, I don't want to dead end 2 of these rooms so early. You know what I mean? Maybe the closet would have been... maybe that would have been the right call, but... I wonder... Well, we can get the closet here. Or we can get the bedroom. I feel like getting the closet. We passed it up once. Getting it a second time, I think, is a blessing. Well, nothing crazy, but we did get a key and a gem. Courtyard. Go for the chapel here and at least get that open. Or the storeroom. Again, I don't really want to block us off, so I'm going to pick this guy here. Oh yeah, we could just redraw the floor plans. Let's do that. I don't really like any of those choices, if I'm going to be honest. I think the den is the way to go here. The nook could be good, but I think the den's the way to go just because it gives us a couple options. And it gives us another gem, which we need. And hey, look, coin on the floor. Hell yeah. All right, let's go this way. Parlor. The nursery. I think this will be good to get early. I know it dead ends this, but I think getting the nursery, anytime you draft a bedroom, you gain 5. I think that's the way to go here. And there is something on the ground, because the metal detector is showing. Oh, nope, wasn't on the ground. All right, that's the Red Prince book. We did read that already. All right, let's hope we get something good here. Parlor. Commissary. Or the corridor. I think I'm going to go the parlor. Let's stack up on gems. Okay. Only one of the other boxes is false. The gems are in the false box. And the gems are in the false box. Okay. So, logically here, let's work this out. All 3 of these can't be true, right? Because there has to be one true and one, at least one true and one false. So if this one's false and says only one of the other boxes is false, and these 2 are both true, that works, right? Because these both say the gems are in the false box, but they're both the same statement. So I think this is it. Boom. Got it. Bedroom, nook. I don't really like either of these, if I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. But let's take the bedroom, because that'll give us an additional +5 from the nursery, so we're stacking up on that. And I don't see anything else. courtyard, kitchen, or the chapel? I think the courtyard will pay for itself, and it will give us an option 2 doors. So let's go here. Since we have plenty of steps, we don't really need the kitchen right now. Dang, no luck with the sledgehammer, huh? So I don't want to use my 1 key here. I think the storeroom's a good shot here, since I don't feel we should use the passageway yet. Spare bedroom's good, but it won't take us anywhere. Storeroom will get us some extra keys, a gem, coins, and maybe something else. Okay. Well, that was a gamble. Didn't quite work, but that's okay. We press on. So we need the pantry or the nook. Let's try the nook. Get an extra key. Stacking up on keys is always a good thing. It's pretty brutal, though, that we're kind of stuck on this side of the house, on the west wing. Ooh, man, we're just not drawing really anything here. I think we got to go to the pantry here so we don't get locked in. You okay there, Uncle Conti? I feel we have to go to the spare bedroom here, though we could get the chapel, which will give us 2 doors. Yeah, I think this is worth it at this point. There's a little bit of money there, so this room paid for itself, which is kind of nice. Let's see if both of these doors are locked. Which they're not. Alright, I think the utility closet here would be great, but I think we need the garage. And then we can get the utility closet. So yeah, we haven't found the car keys yet. Well, we did find them, but that was a long time ago. Man, none of these are really great options here. Like, this would be better, but if it gave us 2, but it doesn't, and I want to kind of have access to the foundation, wine cellar would block us off. I know that's like a really good room, and it says drafted every time, but I don't want to seal us off here. So I think we got to go corridor. It'll be guaranteed to be unlocked, which is good. Security, I think, is good here. I would love the study. I don't think we've had the study yet. Or if we did, we've only had it like once. I don't want to get the dark room because we can't see what we're drafting in here. Although I guess that's not a super big deal because we can just go through the foundation. So maybe save the gem, since security's not going to help us a ton here. And get the dark room, because we know the utility closet's in this pool. We just need to draw it again. And we have keys. Speaking of the devil, here's the utility closet. Do we use it here, or do we go with the boudoir? I think we go with the utility closet, because we can activate the garage, we can turn off the dark room and the gymnasium. I think this is the way we gotta go. Oh, and because it's mechanical, we can lower the difficulty. Yeah, so we'll make it more commonplace so it's easier to find. All right. So we turned the dark room power on, and that should fix it, right? And we already did this puzzle. We did the VAC indicators, because that's what led us to the mines. So I don't think we need to do it again. Let's go into the dark room and make sure it worked. It did. Ooh, a toolkit. Lockpick. There we go. That's handy. All right, let's head back to the garage before we continue. Because I think there's another area we can explore that we haven't done yet. Hey, Samson. How you doing, bud? Good to see you. Welcome on in. So yeah, that we go that way, and that'll take us back across the river, which is good. But I never really did go very far here. I don't think we can go any further here. But I figured I'd at least check, since I didn't really check this out last time. Okay. Think we've done all we can do here. So let's go. We press on. Let's try the lockpick kit. Dining room, bunk room, or the archives. Samson say would come edit videos for me for cheese, and I guess I need to start on the first few until then. Fair enough. So archives will give us some more opportunities, or we can get the dining room. I think the dining room is the way to go here. Assuming we can reach rank 8, this could be useful long term. Alright, I don't see anything. We'll use a key. I should have used my lockpick kit, if I'm going to be honest. Gymnasium is fine because we turned off the power. And this will let us kind of retrace our steps a little as well. Get a couple more rooms. I think the veranda is good to go. Now, let me just check. We have that list. Poor, good, good, rich, good. So this is rank 5 going down to 4. So that's the rich location. So yeah, let's get the veranda. Pay those gems for that. Got the sledgehammer. That's going to come in handy. No shovel, though, which is unfortunate. We can get the billiard room or security. Or we can get the spare bedroom. I think either the billiard room or security is the way to go here. I don't feel we need security, though. So let's go with the billiard room because it has a puzzle. And it will still give us one more room to add here. Okay. 16. 20 divided by 5 is 4. 13 divided by 4 is, 13 plus 7 divided by 4 is 5. 4 plus 12 is 16. Times 5. 16 times 5 is 50. 15 would be, oh gosh. So 20 is 100. So 16, you subtract 20, so that would be 180. Oh. All right, YouTube, hang on one second. It looks like my internet just died. So, hey YouTube, welcome back. Sorry about that. We lost internet connection again. It's been kind of a recurring problem. We got it back up and running for now. We'll see what happens. But even if we lose connection again, we'll probably just pause and then I'll just finish this recording and hopefully you guys won't miss anything. But yeah, we're good to go. We're just in the middle of this puzzle, exactly where we left off. Hopefully for you guys, it will just have been little transition. We'll be good to go. But yeah, thank you guys very much for your patience, and let's get back to it. Thanks. Hi, Drax. Thanks, Samson. I appreciate you guys. Okay, so we got to add these two together. That's 16. I think this is minus 5. Times 2 is 22, so that would have been 11 times 2, 22. Divided by 11, which would be 2. If I got this right. And look, I got it right. And we get 2 more keys. Keys, 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 keys on the line. Okay, we can get the library, which feels bad. Or we could get a secret passage. I like this. Luckily, they weren't enforcing the double and triple ranks. True. True. Yeah, so the way that that puzzle works, T1, is where the rings are is the order of operations. So it's like the different colors represent adding or subtracting or multiplying or dividing. And then where they're colored is the order you do it in. So like the reason I added first was because it was two numbers in blue in the very bottom row. Then you had the middle ring, which was, subtraction. Then it was the next layer out, which was the multiplication, then finally division. So that's how that puzzle works, guys. Sorry, spoilers, but if you're on day 10 with me at this point, I've already explained it. So, but that's how that puzzle works. Yeah, let's do the secret passage. We'll get the secret tunnel through the mountain. Secret tunnel. All right. So we can pick the color. We can go there. We can do a green room. We can do purple. Or we can do a red room for some reason, or a generic room. I'm kind of feeling I think I'm feeling blue. And by blue I mean the generic like yellow rather than the halls or something. We just do the glossary. Let's see what we get. We solving a mystery, kind of. So the objection, I should say the objective of this game is to reach room 46. And there have been a lot of puzzles and clues that we've had to find along the way. I was really hoping that this would go like underneath everything, but I guess we now know that's how the secret passage works. But yeah, there's a lot of like puzzles and stuff we haven't quite solved yet. So now what we're doing is we're just trying to basically build a good layout for the house. That's what we're trying to do. But basically the house resets every time. The house resets every single time we start a new day. Sorry, I lost train of thought there. I'm going to get the boiler room because now we can lower how we can increase the chances, I should say. We lower the rarity, which will increase the chances of it being here. I believe we have already solved this puzzle. And I don't think the gymnasium has power. But our goal is we want to draw the laboratory. And that's where we want to be. Yeah, so the gym doesn't have power. So unfortunately, this is a dead end. But this is another little thing we have to do in here is that it's like another mini game where we have to turn the power on and get it to the right room. So we have the observatory, the boudoir, or the bunk room. I think we have to go with the observatory here. But I don't think this room will have power either, unfortunately. But we'll at least get some kind of benefit from here. So we get 6. I don't remember what this reward is. All right, we have the Diamondus Miner and a pair of chests in the entrance hall. And that's good because we have the sledgehammer, so we can go open those up. So I think we will retrace our steps because I'm pretty sure we had, like in the courtyard, I think there was a chest, and then the entrance hall, there will be some chests we can open. So I want to go do that before we do anything else. security. And we can get the greenhouse. The greenhouse is new. Normally, I would go with the greenhouse. I'm going security here because security guarantees to have power. So... and this will also allow us to access a whole bunch of different stuff. So there's 3 trunks, but we've gotten everything else. Keycard system. Set security level. We'll set that to low, which means... nope, I'm sorry. We'll set it to high. Offline mode. We'll change to unlocked. And then we'll go turn off this the security system in the utility closet. Time for Magic Juice number 2. For video number 2, still have to add captions to all 10 of these videos later, so fun times ahead. I'm alright, Tech, but thank you for the offer of a drink. I do have my own, though. So, thank you. Alright, so let's head back. We got to stop by the utility closet, which it looks like the best way is to go... yeah, we have to go through the dining room. We don't want to go... yeah, we got to go down here. Open this up. Turn off the keycard entry system, which means now all keycard doors will be unlocked. Alright, then we got to make our way... we got to go pretty far, actually. But we want to go through the courtyard and the entrance hall to get those trunks. Use the sledgehammer, and we get money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. Alright, now we need to head through the bedroom. The parlor, through the den. Through the drawing room. Ooh, special key. Key to the secret garden. We've never gotten the secret garden. And a whole bunch of extra keys. Hell yeah. Okay, and now we need to walk all the way back. Don't tell cops about your secret garden. I will not say a word, Samson. Gotta pay our coin there. Back to the dark room. Let's see what we got here. Show me potato salad. Let's use the lockpick key. We have the library, which that doesn't help. The hallway or the spare bedroom. I'm going to go with the hallway here. And a key on the floor. And we're gonna... Oh, I thought we could use that on any door, but we cannot. Should use my lockpick tool again. What am I doing? We've got the lab, but I don't want to draw it here. Because I don't have power connecting to it. I also don't want to use up all my gems on the passageway, so we have to use the laboratory here. That sucks. I did not want to do that. Okay. I think we got to use the library here. We have an apple. Okay, we already did drafting strategy. We've read the fixed stars, I'm pretty sure. So we have Swimbird, Sightseer's Guide to Reddington. Let's go with the History of Orindia. Let's try that one. So the next time that we come to the library, that book will be checked out and we can read it. Okay. Uncommon rooms. The music room. We needed the lab here. Damn it. Well, if we don't want to end our adventure, we have to go with the music room. Ugh. That bites. Denoted in verse. Prism key can unlock the door with the prism key in a green hallway, bedroom, red room, or shop. You will draw floor pens in that same color. Okay, good to know. So we found another music sheet somewhere else. Oh, internet. Looks like it just died again. All right, YouTube, hang on. I'll be right back. Hey, YouTube. Sorry about that. My internet issues persist, so you guys will probably get this exclusively. We're just going to try and wrap up this run where we are. Just so you guys know, all you missed is I just wrote down everything, so you didn't miss any content, but I just missed these music sheets, and we've got 4 additional. We found 5. We found 8 in a previous video. But yeah, we're just going to continue with this, and this is going to be, I guess this part of the video will be YouTube exclusive until I can figure out what the heck is going on with my internet. So apologies for the constant interruptions today, but let's just finish this run and then we'll wrap up the video for you guys. So, but this is the information just so you guys can see it. We have music sheet 1. Find here within, Find here within these first words, first is bold, sung, the keys you seek in major tongue, but half the sheets are missing from, the 4 you hold, the rest are far flung. A half note held is quite the pun. Among this scattered symphony, a message hidden beneath the keys, in bold words is bold here, sung by you and me, a fractured note, an urgent plea, in bold words sung, I do repeat. The ones of you who oft assume that you alone can solve this tune are likely going to get your due and all the rage that will ensue while working on the simple clue. White pages lined with melodies do hide the words we've come to seek, And from our choice among all these, we write down one that seems to be the bolded loudest type with ink that bleeds. So that's the clue we've got so far from the music room. Um, we have first words on the blank 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 message, because we found music note 8, if you guys remember, in the workshop. So we got to keep an eye out for the other missing music sheets. And then the only other thing we found here was denoted in verse, which, you know, I'm not really a big music guy. Maybe I could use some help with that, but we do have to press on. So we will do that. I can't pick this door's lock. That's okay. We have plenty of keys. So we've got coat check, which will give me the key card. We can get the commissary here, which actually we can't because I don't have any gems. Or we can do the bunk room, which will give us extra steps, which doesn't really help a ton here, unfortunately. So I think the best thing we can do is do the coat check here. And this will unfortunately end our run for the evening. I don't think there's anywhere else we can go or anything else we can do. So again, I do apologize for all the interruptions, but we will coat check, and then I'm going to take a look at the items that we have. And I feel the best one to hang on to at this point would probably be the secret garden key. I think that could be the best one to hang on to. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to head down to security again real quickly since we have plenty of space. And we will try to go from there. But we lowered the utility closet and the boiler room and security to common. So those should be very, very... we should get them a lot more. And I just want to double check here and see if we have any other doors that we can get. It does not look like we do. So yeah, this is going to end our run, unfortunately. Started off pretty promising. We definitely still made some progress, which is good. I do just want to check again and see if there's any gas lines. I don't think so. I think we have to solve another puzzle to get a gas line. But yeah, again, I do apologize for all the trouble today, guys, and thanks for bearing with me. Hopefully, in the future, I will have this internet issue fixed, and it won't be such a nightmare for everybody involved. But I do apologize if I seem a little out of it today. I'd be lying if I said anything other than how upset I was over these continual problems and the work that I am currently facing. I'm just double checking to make sure I didn't miss anything in here. And then we will recheck security, because that'll have a list of everything. In the house, see if we missed anything. I don't think we did, but yep, nothing extra that we can get. So I think we will just end our run here, and we will call it a day. Yeah, we definitely had an east wing favored. We only found one new room, and I think that was the music room. And with that, YouTube, thank you very much for watching. I apologize for the sudden end. I apologize for all the interruptions. But thank you guys. If you did enjoy this content, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing on this video. Please consider following me and here on YouTube, and of course on all my social media. Don't forget to hit that alert button. Follow me on twitch.tv/Shenzo the Lost, where as soon as I get my internet repaired, we'll be back to regular streaming. But thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.